below age 18, 15 and 12, there are three different criteria for their punishment also. So tell me, if there is no law for something, there is no any provision for something in the constitution, how can government track the record of that? अगर मैरिटल रेप के लिए कोई प्रोविजन ही नहीं है, अगर मैरिटल रेप का ट्रैक रिकॉर्ड किया गया है, सो दैट शुड बी ऑफ माइनर्स, क्योंकि हमारा प्रोविजन उसी के लिए बना हुआ है, ऑलरेडी है. बट इफ 18 प्लस के लिए कोई ऐसा प्रोविजन नहीं है, सो ये जो आपने बोला 136 मैरिटल रेप एंड 70 इन गोवा, ऑन व्हाट बेसिस, किसने ट्रैक रिकॉर्ड रखा? आई वाज आस्किंग, सी आई एम आस्किंग कि 18 प्लस जो भी लोग 18 की उम्र से ऊपर हैं, उनके लिए मैरिटल रेप का कोई कानून नहीं है, कोई प्रावधान नहीं है. तो गवर्नमेंट ने या किसी एक इंस्टीट्यूशन ने, किसी एक स्टैटिस्टिकल सर्वे ऑर्गेनाइजेशन ने इस चीज का रिकॉर्ड कैसे रखा कि किसी एक स्टेट में, पर्टिकुलर जगह इतने मैरिटल रेप हुए हैं, और अगर वो मैरिटल रेप हुए हैं तो हो सकता है ना कि वो 18 से नीचे वालों के हुए हों. और आप अपना सोर्स बता दीजिएगा कि व्हाट इज योर सोर्स जहां से आपने 136 एंड 70 का डेटा उठाया.
Sir, actually, I have just read this whole topic, and then I have researched that how many cases have been done. Okay, and as you said, that 18 plus have done or not done, that we don't know. But sir, if the government get that charge that this percentage or these number of the trades have done, so they should take the step, na? Why they are quiet under any money or any case, or we can call it action.
Okay, thank you. I think I got my answer. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Take a hypothetical situation. अगर आप सुप्रीम कोर्ट के चीफ जस्टिस होते, चीफ जस्टिस अगर आप होते, तो क्या ऐसे प्रोविजंस करती और किस सेक्शन में, किस आर्टिकल में करती, क्या चेंजेस लाती जिससे मैरिटल रेप के जो केसेस आप बता रही हैं, एक कम हो जाते या बंद हो जाते?
Sir, as it is written in the IPC section 375 that any victim is got raped, so they will take the action. But why they are not taking the action with the marital rape? This is my question to the whole entire nation, that why they are quiet and why they are not doing anything. If I am the Chief Justice of the Supreme Court, then definitely I will pass one of the change in the Act 375 written in the IPC section. Yes, section 375, it is written that if any victim got raped, then we will consider that murderer or anybody else like that. So is that okay?
Tell me about Joseph Shine versus Union of India 2018.
100%, sir. Thank you, sir. As the next participant, we have Ishita Trivedi. Check. I have a cousin who's 4 years old. When I asked him what gift he wanted on his birthday, he asked for a toy gun so that he can shoot people around him. Cute, right? But if we think about it, what made a young boy of 4 choose gun as his favorite toy? He might have seen movies in which guns are glorified weapons. All his love for guns and weapons is definitely not his own, but acquired from the things he sees around. Good morning, respected judges and my fellow participants. I, Ishita Trivedi, stand firmly in favor of the topic that aggression is a learned behavior. My worthy opponents claim that aggression is an innate trait. Let me share an incident of a 16-year-old boy who killed his mother because she stopped him from playing PUBG. He got frustrated from the restrictions imposed by her mother. Will you still call it an inner trait? Or rather, it is the aggression that is being developed due to violent media consumption and peer influences? And scientifically also, it is well proven that there is a strong correlation between violent media consumption and increased aggression in viewers. Secondly, children are like clay. The environment which they see and live is the environment they create later. This is the major cause of domestic violence. Studies have revealed that the major culprits of domestic violence are those who witness the same in their childhood, because they think aggression is an acceptable We are not born with swords in hand. We learn to wield them from the surroundings, where every shout and every silence teaches us the dance of progression. Thank you. I would like to end my argument by saying, we are not born with swords in hand. We learn to wield it from the echoes of our surrounding, where every shout and every silence teaches us the dance of progression. Thank you.
Can you differentiate between the negative impact of aggression and some positive impact of aggression? Along with there was a very famous psychologist named Sigmund Freud who says that although people do have life instinct, they also have a death instinct, are impulsive toward destruction of themselves and others. How will you support the statement? By affirming yourself or by affirming the positive side of aggression or negative side of aggression. Like differentiate between negative and positive impact or side of aggression.
So I think this depends on people to people. For me, aggression has more negative sides. I would not want to talk about the positive sides because I don't see anything positive coming out of aggression. I would like to talk about the negative aspect. I think I've given enough points, but I would like to give some more points. The negative aspect of aggression, it depends on people to people. For example, if we talk about kids, if they are seeing aggression right from the starting, right from their childhood, they develop into the same human being. They try to reciprocate their feelings in the similar way. So I think aggression has more negative aspects. Thank you.
The next participant we have Muhammad Untalia.
मोहम्मद बिन तालियान।
If you deliberately plan on being less than you are capable of being, then I warn you, you will be unhappy for the rest of your life. It sounds like a rather depressing quote of Abraham Maslow to start with, but sadly, so is our situation. Good afternoon, everyone. I am Muhammad Talia of Sangeet Women's College, Varuna, and I am here to speak on the topic conformity with a negative stance. Now, imagine a world where we are stuck in a world full of others' expectations of how we should act, where everything from what we wear to our career is decided by what other people think, where following the latest trend or the aesthetic lifestyle is more important than our mental health. It's not very hard, right? Because we are living in that world right now. In Solomon Ash's experiment in 1951, it demonstrated how individual subjects conform to the incorrect group answers even if they knew the right answer. It shows how decision making is affected by the desire to fit in. In a journal article titled "The Role of Masculine Norms and Gender Role Conflict on Prospective Well-being Among Men," Kaya and a team of other researchers show how the pressure to embody the various gender norms men feel pressure to embody. It leads to behavioral and emotional exhaustion, and also promotes subjugation and violence of women by men. And in another research by Ashley Martin in Harvard Business Review, she concluded how downplaying gender norms by women, it made them more confident and more inclined to take initiatives and participate in negotiations, whereas those women who strive more to gender differences advance To conclude my arguments, I would say being a non-conformist in true sense is to shape ourselves according to what our beliefs and values. To choose what is right instead of what is easy. As the quote by an American psychologist, Rollo May goes, the opposite of courage in our society is not cowardice, it is conformity.
Thank you. So, there is a question here. That you have to support this statement. Should educational system encourage conformity on societal standard, or should they promote critical thinking and independent thought?
I think education system is the first institution that should start promoting